People all across the country have learned about Brittany's story, advocated for her release, stood with her throughout this terrible ordeal.
Yes, Phoenix Mercury basketball star and Arizona resident Brittany Griner has been released from a Russian prison. That is a picture of her behind me on a flight back to the United States. Good evening to you. I'm Paul Seacala. Griner was set free today after the Biden administration negotiated her release in exchange for Russian arms dealer Vektor Bout. President Biden said that Griner is in good spirits after being released and she'll be home within 24 hours. Griner's release marks one of the most high-profile prisoner swaps between Moscow and Washington, D.C. since the Cold War. Biden also said the United States will never give up on securing the release of Paul Whelan, another American detained in Russia. Here's Paul Whelan himself, who's the White House also has said deserves to be set free and was falsely imprisoned in Russia for alleged espionage.
This is a precarious situation that needs to be resolved quickly. My bags are packed. I'm ready to go home. I just need an airplane to come and get me.
We will never relent until Paul, and for that matter, every other U.S. national held hostage or wrongfully detained abroad, is free.
Meanwhile, the Phoenix Suns and Mercury organization, in addition to the entire WNBA, are elated to have her freed from a Russian prison and are looking forward to her return to pro basketball in the USA. Here's a statement from the Mercury. Miraculously, mercifully, the count of days detained has ended at 294, and our friend, our sister, is headed back home where she belongs. The emotions for our organization, just like for our fans and so many across the world, are those of joyous celebration, deep gratitude, grief for the time lost, and sincere hope for all families still awaiting the return of a loved one. Coming up tonight at 10, we will hear directly from the Phoenix Mercury president, Vince Kozar. All right, keeping it here in the Crazy AZ, Coach Tommy Lloyd and the Wildcat men's basketball team are gearing up for a showdown against Indiana, who's rated number 11 in the coaches poll, while the Wildcats are number 9.
To Bellis down the lane.
Obviously, Indiana's a great program, and a program that I grew up watching and admiring. Like a lot of young aspiring basketball coaches. So it's going to be a great opportunity to compete against them.
It'll be on Saturday in Vegas. And quickly, got to give props to the University of Arizona Palm Line, who volunteered to deliver meals to needy families right here in the Old Pueblo. It is all part of the charity Mobile Meals of Southern Arizona. Most of the nutritious food given out by the Mobile Meals program helps Tucsonans with disabilities and health issues. KVOA's very own Adrian Robertson, who is the U of A Palm Line coach, was also elated to see her student athletes volunteer to deliver those meals and, of course, put a big smile on so many people's faces. Hey, I myself have also gotten that opportunity to volunteer and deliver meals to the needy through this program, and what an experience it is just to see those big grins and appreciation on everyone's face. Bear down. Hey, speaking of bear down, Coach Adia Barnes and the Wildcats, they have just tipped off in a battle of unbeatens at McKell Center. I'll have complete coverage of the showdown against Kansas, who's also undefeated, as mentioned, tonight at 10. I'm Paul Seacala. We'll be right back.